Hey, you guys. Whew. Hope y'all are doing great tonight. Fun fact, I'm in the middle of a horrible hot flash, and so you're going to see sweat pouring down my face. I just took a cold shower, so my hair is still nice and wet. And, middle age is fun. Woo! Got my personal little air conditioner sitting over here blowing a cold air on me, so hopefully I'll survive this next couple of hours. Woo! Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I am so sorry that I pushed off our TV theme song tier list until next week, but I just wasn't prepared. It has a lot of work going into those tier lists, so I'm going to make sure it's all done right, and we'll do it on Tuesday. So tonight we're just going to do a la carte. Looks like we already have some requests. Thank you for all the ice cubes and the cool comments. Woo! You probably can see it on the camera how just like I am. All right, so for those of you that are new to the live streams, a la carte nights are the night where I just randomly pick and choose things that I've been saving up during my scrolls on social media these past couple of weeks. And at the same time, you guys can request to watch some things. The member requests and super chat requests go to the front of the line. I will do my best to cover as many as I can. We're just going to have a little fun for the next couple of hours. Oh, you guys are the best. I love your little emojis. Oh man. Oh, Chow Young Cat. $2. Thank you for the ice cubes. I need them. Woo! This is me on natural. No makeup, wet head. Oh, man. I look great, don't I? Thank you, Chow Young Cat. I appreciate it. We also have a few more super chats, so I'm going to go ahead and get to those, and we'll watch those requests first, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Oh, and let me say hello to everybody that's here. We got V-Zac, Chow Young Cat, Sofa King Great. I see what you did there. Fade into Hughes, Vector K. Howdy, News Starcade fan, Ghost of Freddie Mercury's Immune System. Let's see, Robert Rodriguez. Hello, Redskin fan, Todd Bone. Skywalker Davis, Teddy Strongbear. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you for joining me tonight. I promise I'm going to get myself together. Oh, hey, Jason, how's it going? Woo, all right. Woo, settle in. Disco ball glitter. Nice. I think I'm technically still in perimenopause. Well, I know I'm still technically in perimenopause, but I got another decade or so, I guess, of feeling like this. Sometimes I get really bad, and tonight I just happen to have a really bad one. I came this close to just canceling the live stream, but I was like, you know what? No. I'm just going to push through it. My people will understand. Kevin, aka Mr. K. Hi, Natalie. Has anyone ever told you that you have an infectious laugh? I had never heard that until I started this channel, and I get that comment quite a bit because I tend to giggle in my videos and I laugh in my live streams, and people have been saying that, so that's so sweet that my channel subscribers and members and viewers really like my laugh, which is good because I laugh a lot. But it is what it is. Sometimes I snort when I laugh, when I get really, really tickled. So, but I love to laugh. And that's one of the reasons why I started these live streams, so we could just look back at fun stuff and laugh and reminisce. And, man, you don't envy my hot flashes? You shouldn't. I saw a video the other day of a lady. She was at a ball game, and she had her head shaved, and she was going through a hot flash, and you could see the steam rising from her head. I was like, oh my God. I hope there's not steam rising from my head, but there might be. Oh, man. Yeah, I need to watch that episode of All in the Family where Edith went through menopause. That's been requested a couple of times or suggested in my comments. Because I posted the other day about buying a personal air conditioner that I roll around with me everywhere I go in this house. because the setting of 68 is just too hot at this point. I need it down to like 60. Bowl of ice cream. I might do that. I got me a ice. I got me an ice full, or a glass full of ice, and I filled it up with a cold Coke for the live stream. So I'm gonna take a drink of that, and let's go get to this. Thank you guys so much for joining in tonight. First up, VZAC, $2. Thank you. Requesting the Introspect I Hate This Fish ad. All right, let me pull it up. Whoops. Get myself together here. All right, so let me pull up the screen, make sure this is the right thing. All right, are you talking? Wait, that doesn't look right. Is there? I just need to know which one. Like on the very top here, or is there something I'm missing? Introspect, I hate this fish ad. Ah, right here. I think this is it. Okay, here we go.
I hate this fish. You didn't even catch this fish. You and your dumb car. You never even learned how to play. Going done. You and your sports, that's all you ever do. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and golf. Golf is so boring. That's it. Everything goes.
I forgot about this ad.
Not the jeans. Introspect.
Oh, happy couple. Let's watch that one more time.
I hate this fish. You didn't even catch this fish. You and your dumb car. You never even learned how to play.
I gotta be honest, this ad makes women look really terrible. Naggy women where the guy's just sitting there chilling as she's throwing out all of this stuff. Hey, Sarah. I haven't bought the book yet, Kevin. It's been a busy week, but it's on my list. It is on my list. Right now, I'm in the middle of a political book, or like not like current politics, but like old school culture and politics. But yeah, I will buy it at some point. I'm a reader. Whew. Yes, it was a brand of jeans, Jason, from Introspect. But yeah, they're making this girl look terrible. Let me just throw out all your things. Aren't I cute?
Going is done. You and your sports, that's all you ever do. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and golf. Golf is so boring. That's it. Everything goes.
Not the jeans. Introspect.
See, this commercial is telling lies. After she throws all of his stuff out and is annoying as all get out, he's like, "Oh, come here, baby. Let me hug and kiss on you." Oh, JD Jackson, did you ever go listen to the Bonfire Radio when they did the episode on your very special episode video? I did. That was wild. For those of you that don't know, the Bonfire Radio podcast, they were talking about my video, the very first video I did about very special episodes. They like played segments and talked about it and reacted. It was a deep dive. So it was really good. I should bring that up one night and we should react to their reaction. Oh man, let's see. Thank you, VZAC, for that $2. Up next, Chow Young Cat, $5. Thank you so much. ABC's The Bod Squad shorts. All right, let's see what I can find here. All right. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about these. This was when I was really little.
When you're feeling bored or blue, watch out for the munchies. They find ways of making you munch when you're not hungry. Here, munch this. Here, munch that. When you're not just bored, you're fat. Go on outside, stuff to do, get munching off your mind. Soon you'll see you're feeling great with the munchies left behind. Watch out for the munchies. Another nutritional message from the ABC television network.
I don't know how you get the munchies off my mind. Let's watch another one.
Dash for the door, late for school. But maybe so, buddy, you're no fool. Make a quick fast, it's a breakfast. Only fast, fast, yeah, quick fast. A piece of toast and one of these. Some peanut butter or a slice of cheese. Milk and juice to wash it down. It's a fast, fast, quick, fastest breakfast in town. Quick fast.
No time for breakfast? Have a quick fast. Another nutritional message from the ABC television network.
What's a quick fast? If you have no time for breakfast, what's a quick fast? Oh my God. Let's watch one more. These are fun.
Nutty gritty, nutty gritty. It's a snack you can munch. Nutty gritty, a healthy snack you can crunch. You take a bunch of nuts, any kind will do. Throw in a bunch of raisins too. Then invite a bunch of nuts to share with you your nutty gritty, nutty gritty.
Do something good for your bod and brush your teeth after snacks. Join the Bod Squad. Join the Bod Squad.
What a great recommendation. Thank you so very much. That was great, Chow Young Cut. I appreciate that. Thank you for gifting that membership. Thank you for the $2 and the ice cube. I really appreciate your support. I'm finally starting to cool down. That's the wrong. I'm stopping the sweat from rolling down my body. So we're making progress. Sarah, what up? Does $2 get me the My Buddy commercial? Absolutely. You might just even get Kid Sister as well. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's start with the one on top here and we'll work our way down.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. I'll teach him everything that I know. My buddy and me, like the climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends could be. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
My Buddy from Play School.
Now we need to do Kid Sister. All right, we'll do Kid Sister. Oh, here we go. Oh, here's one, just Kid Sister.
Kid Sister, Kid Sister, wherever I go, you're gonna go. Kid Sister, Kid Sister, I'm gonna tell you everything I know. Kid Sister and me, love afternoon. Kid Sister and me, we're the best friends there could be. Kid Sister, Kid Sister, Kid Sister and me. Kid Sister from Play School.
Oh, that was great. Thank you, Sarah, for the $2. That was a fantastic suggestion. Love those old school commercials. Have I seen the videos Zach Morris is trash? Yes, Zach Morris is absolutely trash. We actually watched a couple of them a couple of weeks ago on an a la carte night. We watched an interview with Mark Paul Gosselaar, like a current one. And then we watched some of the Zach Morris's trash because he actually talked about them in the interview because he likes them as well. So, yep, it's good stuff. If you've never binged the Zach Morris is trash videos, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Because, yes, Zach Morris is trash. Oh, man. Seeing the Bod Squad made me think of this. I don't know why.
I kill me.
Hi, I'm Jason Bateman, and I'll be right back with one to grow on.
Will you please turn that down, son?
That boombox is epic, A. And B, this could be played again today just with people playing their cell phones without headphones.
Young man, will you please turn that thing down?
Noise. Well, there's a difference between enjoying music and driving people around you crazy. There's a time and a place for blasting your music, and this isn't one of them. See, other people have a right to their peace and quiet. Not everyone cares to hear your favorite music when you do. And blasting in public can also be downright illegal. So turn it way down. You can have your music, and people around you can have their peace and quiet, too. And that's one to grow on.
Yes, that was a good one. Let's watch another one. This one has Mr. T.
Hi, I'm Mr. T, and I'll be right back. We want to grow on.
Very crunchy, it's fun to eat. A Smurfy fruity.
Oh, we got a commercial first. And I got a suggestion for doing a very special episode night here from Harry Morgan. That is a fantastic suggestion. I actually have 3 videos on the exact topic, so I can pull up those videos and we can watch them and we can talk about them and reminisce, because it has clips from the videos and everything and episode breakdowns. I love that. We'll do that in a couple of weeks. When were the one to grow on? They were played, I believe, on ABC Saturday morning in the middle on the commercials on ABC cartoons, I think. Or was it NBC? Okay. Because NBC, we're going to do NBC here in a second too. They're the more you know, but we're going to start with one to grow on.
Breakfast treat. Made by Smurf so healthily. It tastes like crunchy Smurfberry.
I remember Smurfberry Crunch. That's pretty good sugary stuff.
Shaped and crispy too. And very Smurfy blue.
Jokey, the joke's on you. The only thing I love more than a good joke is delicious Smurfberry Crunch cereal.
A very Smurfy part of this nutritious breakfast.
You gotta be kidding with those baby barbell men. Well, I don't know about lifting my dad's weights. They're kind of heavy. Maybe for you, but not for the big guys like Mr. T and me.
Hey, hold it a second. That kid thinks he can look like Mr. T overnight. It took me years of slow, steady training before I became the specimen that you see today.
Yes.
You got to take one step at a time. You got to start small and build up. Then you move on to the next side. And when you're really prepared, then you can move on to the big time.
This is awesome.
Well, see, there are some things even T ain't ready for yet. Nothing comes easy. So if you want to get bigger, start smaller.
Do you have an extra one of the small barbells?
And that's one to grow on.
That was amazing in every way. And I mean every way. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. Zen Waters, $2. Thunder in Paradise theme. Chris Lemon, Jack Lemon's son. All right, let's do it. Let's do it to it. Thunder in Paradise theme. Here we go. Hulk Hogan and Chris Lemon are ex-SEALs who go after villains and criminals with a high-tech boat in this 1993, hold on, one-season syndicated show. All right, here we go.
flowing in over the water, waiting in anticipation for the action to begin. Baby, I wanna hear.
Man, I miss the world we grew up in. Hot guys, big old macho muscle man guys with guns, and hot girls on beaches in bikinis. I want it back. Can we come back? Can we go back to that? My God, he looks just like his father. Errol Alt. She was a classic beauty at the time. I wonder what she's up to these days. That was amazing. Thank you for the suggestion. I hadn't seen that in over 30 years. Totally forgot about it, to be honest. Oh, that was good stuff. Blazing Dragon. Whoop, hold on. Blazing Dragon says, maybe I can have my retire mall close to the beach. Yes, so I've been expanding on my retire mall concept. For those of you that weren't here last time, I was telling everybody about my idea of turning abandoned malls into Gen X retirement villages. So we could all hang out at the food court and drink Orange Julius and eat Sparrow and go to the movie theater and watch 80s and 90s movies and then just turn all the stores into apartments. We have a couple of stores on site, don't get me wrong. But so I was thinking that maybe we should just turn this whole, maybe I should do what Kim Basinger did in the 90s and just buy an entire town and just turn this town into an 80s and 90s world where there's nothing current in it, and it just has old 80s and 90s tech and 80s and 90s pop culture, and that's all it is. And then there's like one place in the whole entire town that you could go to the internet and like an internet cafe where you could actually go online. But other than that, like it's just like closed off from the modern day world. Just have a whole 80s 90s town. Lounge Singer says KB has already been taken by him, so don't ask. Somebody claimed, yeah, he claimed KB. We had one that claimed Spencer's, one that claimed Radio Shack. Will there be an arcade in this mall? Of course. Now, if I only had, $100 million. Yep, Kim Basinger bought a town in Georgia in like 1991. Yeah, we could have a Tower Records. We could have a Suncoast Video. Oh, Zen Waters wants the B. Dalton. Fair enough. Todd wants Walden Books. Fair enough. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm telling you, I think I could get enough people to join me in this venture where we just separate from the rest of the world and just like it'd be like the coolest cult ever, but not a cult. Like there's no ideology. It's just we just live like it's in the 80s and 90s. Vector gets Cinnabon, Higgy gets Sears, J1 Walks gets Hickory Farms, Brian Mason gets a kind of Kenny Rogers restaurant. See, I'm telling you, Kathy Martin gets the OG Banana Republic, Miller's Outpost, Robert Rodriguez. See, this is great. You guys are picking up what I'm throwing down, and I really like it. I know, right? I agree. Yeah, and you could have tourist revenue. You totally could. You could have a couple of resorts there where people could come and visit and stay and live like it's the 80s or 90s, or the 80s. Just live like the 80s and 90s. Absolutely. And you know, yeah, and that's the other thing. All the pricing would be 80s and 90s. I don't know how we get it, but we can figure it out. Do you like it? Is, I'm telling you, if it wouldn't cost, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, 80s themed hotels. I don't understand why brands or big corporations aren't doing this as it is. Like Gen X, people in their 40s and 50s are the people that have money, right? We're the ones that have discretionary income. I was always told that this was a time of my life. We're the people that marketers target. So it amazes me that they don't just totally retro their brands and do this kind of stuff. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it, right? I need to write a letter to Elon. Yep, definitely. Ooh, Neon City. Nice. That sounds very Grand Theft Auto. Didn't they have something along those lines? Sadie, go on, baby. Go on, sweetie. Here, you want to come sit? Come here. This is my dad's dog, Sadie. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Oh, I'm getting kisses. Oh, Vice City, that's what it was. Say hi, Sadie. She's got a resting bitch face, which I think is kind of funny. She's super cute, but she always looks like she's pissed off. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Oh, okay. Just say hi. Just say hi. Everybody's saying hello to you. You's a good girl. Yes, you are. I wish I had space for you to lay on my lap, but I don't. Okay. Yes. Okay. You go back, lay back down. I'll get you treats in a minute. Oh, yep. She's thinking about belly rubs and head pets. This is correct. Oh, all right. She is about, I think she's a 4 or 5. Yes, Sadie's not as camera shy as Dale. For those of you that don't know, I have a cat, and his name is Dale. I named him after Dale Doback from Step Brothers. And he's very camera shy. He doesn't like to hang out with us, but Sadie's popped in to say hello. All right, let's get back to the super chats. $2 from Ryan Gander. Please play any clip of Townies. That sounds so familiar, but it is not. It is not coming through in my headphone. Yes. I need to put this on an upcoming list. This is so Gen X. Molly Ringwald, Lauren Graham, and Jenna Elfman in a 90s sitcom called Townies. Let's watch a little bit of the pilot. And while we do this, that's not Townies. Here we go. Hold on.
See? Their bathroom has no line. Well, this pretty much tells you everything you need to know about men. They pee in a trough.
Oh, man!
What?
You forget how inaccurate guys can be.
Oh, boy. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff they have written about you in here, Carrie. I mean, it's all true, but my God. Hi.
I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy a little clip of this pilot while I go take care of Sadie. BRB.
The women's line was insane. It's always insane. I don't know why that is. Well, I do know why that is. We don't have the trough. Hey, Kurt.
Hey,
What's going on?
guys, not much.
Oh, Denise and Ryan canceled the rehearsal dinner. I mean, who needs it really? You know, they're spending so much money on the reception, but it is going to be beautiful. I saw the centerpiece.
We don't talk in the men's room.
Sorry. I'm new. Why don't you tell me?
I thought you knew.
This was well before Not Another Teen Movie. This is from like 1996. Whoops, peeing in a trough. Well before. I'd say like at least a decade before. Yes, it was a 1-season show. I don't even think it lasted 1 season. It might have gotten cut off shorter. Let's see. Let's get some details, shall we? Oh yeah, super short. It ran on ABC from September of 1996 to December of 1996. So 4 short months. Set in Gloucester, Massachusetts, Townies follows the lives of 3 20-something lifelong friends who work at a restaurant together. No matter how badly they want to leave for the big city, something is always tying them down. In addition to Molly Ringwald, Jenna Elfman, and Lauren Graham, who are the 3 stars of the show, it also featured Ron Livingston as Carte. And if you know who Ron Livingston is, he was the star of Office Space. And, oh my God, Bill Burr is also in this, but he's credited as Billy Burr. Yeah, didn't make it to Christmas. Started in September, didn't make it to Christmas. I don't know if y'all remember or not, but after Friends premiered and became such a super big hit, which Friends premiered in 94, all the networks started making all of these friend group sitcoms. And like, I don't think hardly any of them stuck, but because they were all, you know, a different twist on friends living together. Because they finally had moved their focus sitcom wise to Gen X, you know, the Gen X friend group, the 20-somethings. Yeah, wannabe friends. Yeah, even Murder, She Wrote did a whole episode about it. We should bring that up. I should talk about that at some point in the future. I forgot about that. It was one of the very last episodes of Murder, She Wrote. I think it was the final season. You're the only one of 2 people you know that saw Office Space in theaters. Really? Back when they had $1 shows? Oh, I saw it in the theaters. So now you know 3. Yes, I know Living Single began first. My very first video that I ever did on this channel was Friends versus Living Single. And it's in the members only section. My first 10 videos that I did on this channel, I put in the members only section because they're very different from where I took the direction of this channel. But I didn't want to get rid of them. But it explains how Living Single was first, yes, but it was very different from Friends in a lot of different ways. And I even have interviews in there with the executives on how they dealt with the shows and why they did what they did with each show. Let's watch some more.
Okay, 2 tips. Hover and don't look down. Got it. Sir? Little help? Thank you.
When I return here from I don't know somewhere, and these days will be my memories someday.
Oh, good morning, sunshine. What are you guys doing here?
Nice.
Bridesmaids fitting?
That's one thing I want to do. That's a topic that I want to bring up in a future live stream. I could do a whole live stream about it, or all the podcasts that are out right now from 80s and 90s TV stars and Gen Xers telling all their stories about back then, or rewatching old episodes of things. yeah, so that's cool that Kim Coles and Erica Alexander started a podcast. I'll have to check that out. The creator and star of How I Met Your Mother just started a podcast. It's called How We Made Your Mother, and it's really, really interesting. It's a very different kind of rewatch. But there's all kinds of different rewatch podcasts. There's Hey Dude, the 90s Called, which is David Lasher and Christine Taylor, their podcast. There's a lot of podcasts about 80s and 90s TV. So we should definitely make that a topic for the future. I like it. Like it.
That ring a bell? Oh, I don't want to try on crunchy fabrics today.
Where'd you end up last night?
I don't remember.
Who's the naked guy in the bathroom?
Starting to come back to me? You're such a slut. I'm not a slut. I'm just a quick judge of character. So is it cute?
I don't know. He was naked.
But you can't tell if a guy's cute if he's naked?
No, I can't. And don't try to make it into some kind of homophobic thing, all right? I don't like to look at a naked guy. I don't like to look at myself naked.
Well, that I understand. Can't believe I have to spend $150 on a dress I am never going to wear again. Oh, what are you complaining about? I can't get my car out of the shop because of this dress, and I have to have stupid Carte drive me everywhere. And thank you, by the way.
Yeah, don't mention it. Come on, let's go.
Did they just leave the guy there?
Like you've never forgotten a naked guy in your bathroom? Both have to go. No, I don't care if it hurts your feelings. They have to go.
Oh my.
So?
That's one thing about the 90s fashion that's just I'd rather forget are the formal wear, the bridal dresses and the bridesmaids dresses. That's when a lot of my friends were getting married. Lord have mercy.
What do you think of the bows? You love them? Good. Because they just look so plain, and I thought, bows. They're too much, aren't they? You hate the bow. Oh, God, you hate the bows. No, we like the bows. We just had to get to know the bows. Good. Well, they're going to cost an extra $50, but I thought they're worth it. Yeah! So, Carrie, have you thought?
Yeah, I think ultimately this is why this show didn't work, is because the cast, it was just miscast. Not that all these actors weren't great in their own right, but it just didn't fit this whole thing. And this is like the following season, I think it might have been the next spring. Jenna Elfman was in Dharma and Greg, which I loved Dharma and Greg at the time. I haven't watched it since the late 90s, so might be up for a rewatch. It might hold up, it might not. I honestly don't know.
Thought about what you're going to say for your maid of honor speech? Oh, it's a toast, right? It doesn't have to be a speech, does it? Oh, no, it doesn't have to. Oh, Denise? No, don't do this. Don't start crying. Oh, Denise. Oh, I know this is a really emotional week for you, but you got to pick your spots, honey. But yesterday you cried over 2 fried eggs on a piece of toast.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks so perfect together. My wedding day will be the happiest day of my life. My wedding day will be the happiest day of my life. My wedding day. Okay, better now. So, when's your brother coming to town? Oh, you mean Danny, my brother who's engaged? Yeah. Tomorrow. Oh, and he's engaged. I just asked a question. Come on, Shannon. No one's buying it. We all know he was the one. That was over 5 years ago.
I would like to say that this haircut that Jenna Elfman has was my haircut in the 90s. Went to it after Gwyneth Paltrow did it. The real short one in Sliding Doors. I got that one. And then I let it grow out to this Jenna Elfman cut right here. And that was my look all through college. I was very hip and stylish.
Moved on. And on and on and on.
The name of this show is Townies. This is the pilot episode and it's on YouTube. It only ran for like 13 episodes.
Don't worry, Denise. I'm sure Shannon can distract herself with someone. Between the band, the ushers, the caterers, some guys got to be drunk enough to look past these bows, which I love. Look, if I want to have fun, I'm going to have fun. I'm not the one biting the dust. What's that supposed to mean? It means nothing. Shannon? Well, I'm just saying, Ryan's like all the other guys in this town. I mean, we know them too well. I mean, he's great, but why do you have to marry him? Well, I don't expect you to understand. He's hungry.
I honestly think this was well, I don't want to get into serious culture talks, but this kind of stuff where it's like, ooh, the boys in your hometown are gross. Why would you want to marry one of them? Looking back on it, the boys in my hometown and who I grew up with and in my high school, that was the pick of, I mean, that was who you should have picked. After college, you don't get to be around a bunch of people your age every day, all day. Like, that's your pool, man. Go for it. Who else has shared experiences, shared hometown, experiences and shared life experiences than the guys you grew up with in your schools? Regrets. You know what I'm saying? Regrets.
Hungry. It's not something you can just put into words. It just feels right.
You want to see the haircut? All right, I'll show you the haircut because I showed it in my video of 90s movies when I was talking about sliding doors. Hold on, I got to get to it. Boop. I need to do this. I need to make the next video in this list. All right, where is it at? Soul food round or sliding doors. All right. Hold on. So there's the haircut that Gwyneth got in the movie. And I show it here in a second, my own haircut.
All differently in each scenario. P.S. That short haircut she gets in one of the timelines was such a big deal back then. I swear I went straight to the salon after I saw this movie and got that exact cut.
There it is. Hold on, I'll go back. There it is. Regrets. Exactly. You guys remember that commercial? Oh, don't call it Karen hair. This was way before Karen world. Yep, Gwyneth has looked the same for decades. So, yep, there it is. You're welcome. All right. Thank you for the Townies suggestion. I'm going to have to go watch that whole episode now when we get done with this. If they would let me watch a whole episode, I would just do it here. Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. K, 2 pounds. Which do you prefer, 80s movies or 90s movies? Ooh. Well, here's the thing. I think I like 90s movies best, simply because I was in high school and college at that time. A lot of independent stuff was out, like a lot of good mid-budget independent things. It was the era of Miramax. I loved those types of movies, the Good Will Huntings, the Sliding Doors, and then you had the rom-coms and all of that. But there's something to be said. But I was a kid in the 80s, so there's a lot of movies I loved in the 80s as well. But if you really had to sit me down and make me watch something, it would be a 90s movie. But I love 80s movies as well. Now, I do have a couple of lists of forgotten 80s movies on my channel. And I also am doing a whole series of forgotten 90s movies. I've gotten 2 episodes done. I need to do the next episode. I'm going to do that here soon. I've got so much to do. I wish I could make a video a day. That would be so cool if I could figure out how to get my process down to making a video in like a day or 2 instead of a week. But all in all, I love both 80s and 90s movies. But if I had to pick, I'd go 90s. Because, again, you had the View Askew-universe with Clerks and Mallrats and Chasing Amy. And you had Drop Dead Gorgeous and Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore. And just those types of movies just speak to my soul. So that's what I would go with. That's what I would go with. Let's see. Make a chat GPT AI assistant. I mean, I've been trying. I want to avoid using AI for that. But if I can figure out how to get them to get it to, I don't know, pull the clips that I need or pull the images that I need to go with it. Because I want to write everything myself, and I write everything myself. I don't want to use AI to write my videos. But it would be very helpful if it would just pull all the clips and edit it for me. Oh, man. All right, we got another super chat. Chow Young Cat, the big blue marble theme, please. Your wish is my command. Here we go.
The earth's a big blue marble when you see it from up there. Closer, getting closer. Perspectives start to change, things look a little strange as we get closer. Closer, growing closer. No need to be afraid, our troubles start to fade as we get closer. Together is a word we must learn to understand. If we ever want to get to know each other better.
This was a kid's show from was it the 70s? Hold on. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 74 to 83. We'll watch the rest of it. Hold on. Television's program aired 74 to 83. Each episode contained 2 or 3 different segments, each one focusing on a child from a different country, what their life was like, interests, etc. The goal of the program was to promote cultural awareness and understanding. Themes like ecology were also discussed. Hold on.
Together is a word we must learn to understand. If we ever want to get to know each other better. Together is a word that holds tomorrow in its hand. Tomorrow's just another day to get together and get closer, closer, closer.
That was a good one. Thank you so much for that, Chow Young Cat. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I know it went out. You know, this paper that they have on him now, like, makes it go out if you don't touch it for a couple of seconds. Lame. Yeah, we're not mentioning the thunder kitties. You don't want to get in trouble. How long does it take to write one of my videos? It usually takes 2 to 3 days for me to sit and write. Like I have to pick a theme, or pick a topic, because I always make my titles and my thumbnails first. And that way I can kind of get my theme together, figure out who I'm focusing on, what I'm focusing on. And that helps me outline my video. So I make the thumbnail and the title, and I pick the shows that are going to be on the list that I'm talking about. And then I create an outline, and then it takes me a couple more days to actually write a segment for each one of the shows or movies that I'm talking about. So it's about a 2 to 3 day process. If I'm not interrupted and don't have to do anything else, if I have if my dad has a doctor's appointment someday, or if I'm going to the dentist, or, whatever, like, it can take longer, but usually on average about 3 days to write. And then it takes about a day or 2 to pull all the clips. And then it takes about 2 or 3 days to edit everything. So it's a good 7 to 10 day process when it's all said and done to make the hour-long videos that I make. I'm trying to find a way to streamline that a little bit more, but so far hasn't worked. And now that I'm throwing in the live streams, and I'm also going to be starting Watch With Me. Instead of reactions, because I know you have all these reaction channels of people discovering movies and TV shows for the first time, or they're watching stuff for the first time. Instead of doing reactions, I'm doing a watch along or a rewatch of old 80s shows that I haven't watched since the 80s, since I was a kid. So watching shows that were on when I was a kid and watching it as an adult. I'm starting with Dallas, and we're also going to do the A-Team. And so if you want to do the full watch along with me, you have to become a channel member, and that's on the app. I've got 5 on it level. Those will have the full length rewatches where you can sit and watch the shows with me. And then I'll do live premieres where we can watch it together and talk about it in the chat. And then after like a couple of weeks later, I'll put up a YouTube edited version of it. So you can, if you're not a member, you can still do the watch along. So I'm just starting with Dallas, which will be on Thursday nights, and A-Team, which will be on Sunday nights. I'm getting that all together now. I'm hoping to have that ready to go by the end of May. So that's my channel right now, are my videos that I put out like 2 or 3 a month. I do my live streams twice a week. And now I'm going to start the rewatches of the old 80s shows twice a week as well. So that's kind of the plan that I've got for the channel in 2025. Yep. I can't wait till we get to the Who Shot JR. That's in season 3. But the thing is, okay, so I watched the premiere, the pilot of Dallas was actually a 5-episode miniseries. It started out as a miniseries. I never thought it was going to be a actual TV show, but it was so popular that they turned it into a TV show. So I just watched the first 5 episodes, the pilot, and it holds up. It holds up so well. I could not believe it, how good it was. So I'm super excited to get into Dallas and rewatch, because I was so little. I mean, Dallas came out the year I was born, or the year after I was born, in the miniseries, and then the series started in like 78 or 79. So, I was aware of the whole Who Shot JR phenomenon, and I was aware of Dallas as a kid. My mom watched it, and that's going to be the subject of my next video, which should come out tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure, probably Sunday. And but so it's going to be shows that I'm aware of and I remember and I recall, but I didn't sit and watch them. So that's why I'm going to do this with Dallas. Now, the A-Team, I watched every episode, but I want to go back and watch it again. I should do V. I should do the miniseries V. I'll get to it. Again, I wish I had like a whole team of people that could just do my edits for me and do all that stuff. And then I just sit on camera and do things. That'd be so much easier. But my channel's not big enough for all that. So there you go. There you go. Oh, here we go. Kevin, aka Mr. K, 2 pounds. Please play the original Baywatch Save Me theme. I can do that. Here we go. Let's pull it up. Now I will have to pause this every few seconds. You guys know that. Very uncomfortable. Baby, speaking of podcasts, Nicole Egger has a podcast. Actually, a lot of 80s and 90s shows had more than one theme song. And that's one thing that I've got to take into consideration when we do our tier list. Had any work done. She doesn't wear makeup. I thought she looked stunning for 57. But man, she is getting absolutely dragged through the mud on social media, and it makes me mad. I think she looks stunning because it occurred to me that women over 50 aren't often seen in the media. Like the old school grandma look, but there's like this age between 50 and 70 where you're not a young lady in your 20s, like, you know, you're not a woo girl in your 20s, but you're not an old grandma either. How are you supposed to look? I don't understand. Weeks ago, I stopped all of my social media that is not associated with this channel. Like, so I'll still do the Facebook group, and I'll still scroll through to try to find in different 80s and 90s groups and stuff to try to find stuff for these live streams. But other than that, I'm off social media completely. Like, I'm not reading politics. I'm not reading current events. I'm not reading anything. But the reason I saw the Pamela Anderson thing was because she's a Gen Xer and she was a 90s star. And so I read about it. And yeah, I've taken breaks from social media before for like a year or two. But this time I think I'm done. Yeah, I think YouTube is the only one I'm going to do. And the only time I'll be on X and Facebook just to find stuff for the show or for the, you know, for the channel. But I'm done with like personal interactions and personal stuff or trying to post my opinions about things. Like, you know, who cares? Let's just have fun and watch stuff in the 80s and not from the 80s and 90s. Yes, social media will be banned from the retire malls. This is very true. I'm telling you, get off social media. Take a break from it. Like, you know, if the only thing you do online is watch this live stream or one of my videos, amazing, yes. It changes your soul. It changes your perspective on things to get away from that stuff. And I loved life in the 80s and 90s. And what did life in the 80s and 90s not have? Social media. I'm seriously considering just getting an old flip phone just for emergencies. Yeah. Because I don't even think I want a smartphone anymore. Yeah, I want to go back to the internet's beginnings where it was just funny memes and bodega cats. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I feel social media is toxic, and I feel so bad for kids that have never lived in a world without it. Like, that's their whole social world, and that's, you know, they've been on screens their whole life. We are now starting to see the first generation of kids who have always had screens become adults. And it's going to be interesting to see how they function in society, because it's not looking too good. Probably an old school Motorola Razr. That's what I was thinking. Yes, only Usenet forums are allowed at retire malls. Maybe an AIM chat, but I don't know. We'll see. Netscape. Yeah. On this show, there's some smoking hot guys as well. I mean, seriously. And that's another thing I miss about movies and TV, are just really beautiful people that don't look like they've had, you know, years of Botox and thousands of dollars of plastic surgery. Just really good looking people. Just, you know, pinnacle of looks. Oh man. Cast, it's like, how would you even have time to tell any story or have any plot in episode? Once you show everybody that's there, give everybody an intro into a scene, the show's over. Not just social media, but dating apps and all that stuff. It's just it creates an illusion of a world that you think you have to aspire to, I guess, when it comes to looks or what you have. It creates a world of in this culture. Oh man. Yes. Social media creates the illusion that everyone is perfect and every moment is perfect. Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. Snap social media out of existence. I would if I could. Damn you, Mark Zuckerberg. Or what was the guy's name? Tom? MySpace? Oh man. I agree. They should have to write papers in class. They need to take phones out of classrooms. Like when you go in for a test, you take it with a pencil and a paper, right? Whether it's writing an essay or answering questions on a quiz, they need to take phones and computers completely out of classrooms. If they don't, I mean, what's the point of spending 70 grand a year to go to a college if all you're going to do is have AI write your papers for you and you never learn anything? And what's the point of going to a place where there's 30,000 people that are your age that you can socialize with and date and hang out with if you're just going to be on your phone all the time and, you know, not interacting with the people who are around you? Yeah, don't get political, but yeah, Gen X will likely never have a president. It sucks. The boomers held on too long. We should have had our Gen X president a solid decade ago. Tom is living his best life traveling and being a photographer. Good for Tom. Good for Tom. Yes, test in cursive. I'll do it. I'll proctor those exams. No, Obama was not Gen X. Obama's a boomer. Obama is currently, let's see, how old is Barack Obama? He is 63 years old. He is a young boomer. I mean, if you go with the original definition of Gen X, which was 61 to 81, then he would be a Gen Xer. But the current definition of Gen X is 1965 to 80, so he's technically a boomer. Barack Obama. No, Gen X is not 1961 to 81. That was the definition a long time ago. The official definition of Gen X per the Pew Research Center is 1965 to 1980. Now, I think personally it should be 1965 to 1985 because I think there's a big difference between kids born in the late 70s, early 80s and kids born in the later 80s. Like millennials should not start at 81. Millennials should start at 86. I get into a whole thing about generational theory in my video, What is Generation X? It's complicated. Yeah, exactly. Gen X will never have a POTUS. None of us care enough to have that kind of responsibility. However, for what we lacked in government involvement and politics and politicians, Gen X excelled in the world of business. Gen X started a lot of companies. Gen Xers are the richest people in the world right now. From, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's probably a boomer. He's probably running the line. But all the guys that started Google and all the guys that did the PayPal mafia and all them, all those guys are Gen X. A lot of Gen X CEOs right now in business. So, but yeah, we're gonna get totally skipped in the POTUS. Well, I know, and it gets very confusing. The labels are very confusing, and they've changed a lot over the last 30 years. You just got to go into Strauss and Howe generational theory. They're the ones that really get into it. But there's more out there. But yeah, Pew Research changed all the definitions about 5 years ago. And you're not wrong. That was the reasoning behind it. But originally they were known as Gen Y. And then it changed because obviously Y came after X, right? But then it changed to millennials, and then it got all crazy. All right. Am I all caught up? Looks like I am caught up on the super chats. Man, that was fun discussion. That was good times. I'm sorry I sat there and just went on a total rant for a minute. Let's see what I got saved up in the Gen X playlist this week. Doop-a-doo. Wait. Wrong one. I gotta go to my personal channel. Womp. There it is. Oh, yeah. Speaking of podcasts, Rob Lowe has a podcast called Literally. It's really funny. All right. Here is a clip from the show Tomorrow's World I think it's on the BBC. I know it's from the UK. I think it's a BBC show. And this is from an episode in 1994 called The Information Superhighway.
With the odd stock.
Hold on.
anyone in the world with a computer and a modem to connect it to a telephone line can subscribe to. There are over 20 million people connected up. And one person in particular I know is connected is the American President, Bill Clinton. And I know that because I used this computer to write to him today, and I've already got a reply from the White House. And here it is, right. Thank you for writing to President Clinton via electronic mail. The president is committed to integrating this dynamic medium into the White House. And it goes on to give some details of his government's policy to encourage the building of information superhighways. Now, I can't electronically mail our Prime Minister, John Major, because he hasn't got a modem. And I can't find out what his government's policy on information superhighways is because it hasn't got one. At least nothing beyond the usual thing of leaving it to market forces. But you can do more than just send messages on the internet. There's loads of useful information in here. You can get...
She looks very 90s. Look at that hair. That's 90s hair. Look at those computers. That's 90s computers. Look at that outfit. Very, very 90s. Very, very 90s. Isn't this great?
News, recipes, and I found this satellite weather map in there. And there are interactive services as well. This is a shopping centre, and here it says it's just off the information superhighway. That's its address, and inside there's a flower shop, and it shows me the picture of the flowers I can order and tells me how much they cost. Then all I have to do is tap in the address I want them to go to, and of course I have to give them my credit card details to pay. And there's even some stuff about us in here. Let me just find that for you, because we've just put some details on the internet about tonight's programme and some pictures as well. It's all good fun. But what limits the potential of all this is that it's relatively slow. You can't play a video down this. And in fact, most of that stuff we've had to receive in advance. That's because copper telephone lines are really designed for people to talk down, not for computers.
Amazing. Oh my God. Amazing. This is so great. This is so great.
But with an information superhighway built with high-capacity fibre optic cables, you're not limited to shifting around text and the odd picture. You can send high-quality sound and video as well. So when are we going to get all this then? At the moment, regulations restrict what services can be offered by phone companies, cable television operators, and so on. But in America, for any company who's prepared to invest in an information superhighway, there's a new law, which means they can transmit anything they like on it, video, music, telephones, data, the lot, as long as they let other people provide services on it too. But it's not just a license to print money. The companies will also be compelled to connect every classroom and library free of charge, so society stands to benefit as well. Here in Britain, though, restrictions still apply. BT, for example,
Boy,
isn't
do they
allowed to
ever.
do cable TV. But
restrictions really apply in Britain. This is truly incredible, though. Truly incredible. We'll watch the last minute here.
they're developing some interesting ideas to get what they can out of their existing copper phone lines, like video on demand. We've got a setup here to show what they're aiming at. The idea is, from the comfort of your armchair, you'll choose whatever video you want, and it'll be played down your phone line to your own TV. It'll not just be movies, though. There'll be other TV programs too, like this travel program I've selected here. Now, the other thing is, because it's interactive as well, say I was wondering where he got his suit from, it'd not only tell me that, but I could even buy one here and now via the inevitable home shopping option. Amani, fancy that. But this video on demand is a tricky thing to do without the extra capacity of the fibre optic cables. I, for one, will be impressed when the real thing's up and running down phone lines. But it could well be the first taste most of us will get of what'll come rolling down the information superhighway. It's ironic that it'll come on old phone lines, but it could stay that way unless Britain develops its own vision of what sort of information superhighway it wants and how to get it.
Our Father's Day special with Robin.
Sorry about that. That was so fun. It was very interesting. I mean, to hear that perspective from, right at the beginning of it all. Oh, we got more super chats. Kevin, £5. Which 80s yuppie movie is better, Working Girl or The Secret of My Success? For me, this is a tough one, but I would go with Secret of My Success. I love Michael J. Fox. I really like that movie. I mean, Working Girl has Harrison Ford and Melanie Griffiths and Sigourney Weaver, and it's a good story, but I like the story of Secret of My Success better, but they're both really good. But if I had to choose which one to watch, like if you were like, which one do you want to watch tonight for a movie for fun? I'd be like, I want to watch Secret of My Success. But that's just me. They're both really good. Jessica, $20. You spoil me. Thank you so much. I was so excited thinking I'd be able to watch the whole stream, but I ended up working 11 hours today and passed out on the couch when I got home. But you're here. Thank you so much. I didn't start till 8 o'clock, so you didn't miss two. You only missed an hour. I had a really busy day too, and when I got on the live stream at 8 o'clock, I was going through a hot flash, and I was like sweating buckets. I looked terrible when I first got on the live stream. It's been a day for everybody. But thank you for being here. I super appreciate the support for the channel. You are the bestest. If there's anything you want to watch, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. Your coworker called Hot Flashes tropical moments. I like that. That's great. Was Playboy TV Arrival a big thing or not? I don't remember it being that big of a deal, but I wasn't a teen guy or 20-something guy when it came out. So I don't remember it being that big of a deal. That's 11-hour shift is long. I don't have those days anymore, but I've had them a lot in my life. Or 8 hours one place and then going somewhere else for 4 to 6, having 2 jobs. Oh yeah, now the Spice Channel. Okay, Playboy TV was huge, but the Spice Channel, I remember that one well. Yeah, I don't remember Playboy TV that much. Sweating buckets. I live in a small town in the Midwest. A lot of my sayings are very old. Cinemax, well, yeah, you had to get your scrambles. Like if you could kind of see things when it wasn't really bad. And Skinemax, yep. Oh man.
With the odd stock exchange and shopping centre thrown.
Hush your mouth. All right, what else did I save this week? Oh, here's another Tomorrow's World. We won't watch all of this, but I wanted y'all to see it. It's from 1979, and it was about a mobile phone, and this one cracked me up. I think you guys are really going to like this.
May I say, first of all, how much I appreciate your making time to talk to me like this.
If you'd be good enough to bear with me for a little while, I'll see if I can find those papers you want. I rather think they're across the other side of the office.
It shouldn't take me too long to find them. If they're not here, they'll be with a colleague down the corridor. He was expressing considerable interest in a couple of things that we spoke about the last time we had the opportunity of having a chat. Though, thinking about it seriously, I'll bet they're outside the building in the vehicle. So if you'll hold on for just a second.
Hold on, before we go any farther with this, it's amazing. Most people just rented their dirty movies, and a lot of them did. I was a manager of a family video back in the early aughts, and the movie gallery, but the family video had the back room, and every week we get all the new releases in the adult category. So that was an interesting experience. But not everybody wanted to go out and rent their stuff in public, Yep, the back room with the curtains. Ours had the cowboy saloon doors, but still, there was other stores had the curtains. Or the heavy door. Yep. Yep, of the cord going into his jacket. This is going to be funny. You're going to like this. We won't watch it all, but this had me really rolling when I was watching it earlier today.
I'll check whether it's in here, and then we can proceed a little further. The difficulty is always to know whereabouts one has left anything, but they don't seem to be here, I must admit.
Well, I can only conclude that I have lost them somewhere between here and home. And though that would be most unlike me, it is, I suppose, a possibility that we can't overlook. So, where does all that leave us?
It leaves us with a tape recording of an experimental link-up between a standard telephone and a unique mobile handset. The mobile unit I was using is no ordinary radio phone. This device is a prototype whose trials are being carried out strictly governed by Home Office regulations. At the moment in the UK, approved mobile phones are really little more than transmitter receivers which put the caller in touch with a post office operator who dials up the number you want and then connects your remote radio extension with the rest of the telephone network. Here is a device which allows you to dial yourself. A dialing tone. And that's quite an achievement, because it's one thing to transmit a conversation. It's another to transmit accurate digital information. Now, an extension at the Research Institute in Chelmsford, which has perfected this technique. On the other end of this should be Liz Charnock.
Hello, Liz Charnock.
Hello, Liz. That's a relief to hear your voice. I'm in Danbury Park now. You know the area better than I do. How far am I away from you at the moment?
Isn't that amazing? This had me rolling earlier. I can see I've gotten you all in the naughty movie talk. Natalie After Dark. Yes. Yep. Chew on Head's video was really great about this. I feel like I got the last copter out of Vietnam. And she did. She did. If you didn't get married before about 2018, good luck. Absolutely. Yeah. Seeing this in 1979 would have been like, what? Oh, man. Oh. $5 or £5, Kevin, aka Mr. K. I should do an episode dedicated to the 80s yuppie movement of 80s pop culture, especially highlighting the yuppie movies from the known to the unknown. Ooh, I like that idea. Writing that down. That's going on the list. We could do that in probably June. I think May is pretty booked up, but I really like that. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for the £5. Alrighty, did I miss another one? I thought I saw another one, but I don't see it now. Does Big count as a yuppie movie? I mean, in some ways it does. There's definitely a lot of yuppiness in there. Let's see. I thought I had another super chat. I guess it disappeared. Womp womp. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, American Psycho would be a really great yuppie movie, even though it was made in 99. It's set in the 80s. But yeah, there's all kinds that you could do. Obviously, you could, Wall Street will be in there, and Secret of My Success, and Working Girl, and all that good stuff. And Big. Yeah, Tom Hanks kind of played a yuppie character for like the whole 80s. He kind of did. Oh, you were born right around this video? 3 days. Nice. That's my brother. My brother was born in September of 79 as well. Yeah. Nice. Okay. enough of that silliness. What else do I got here? Wah, wah, wah. Here's Vanilla Ice at the American Music Awards in 1991. I don't think I can play it because of the music. Let's see what else. Oh, here's an episode of MTV's You Had to Be There with Brittany Murphy at Blockbuster. Now, technically, this is from the early aughts, but she was still a Gen Xer, R.I.P. to Brittany, and it just brings back old memories. So I thought this would be fun to watch.
Don't tell anybody. We're okay. Everybody's okay. I didn't do that. I don't know who just did that. It sure as heck wasn't me. So we found ourselves in the comedy aisle, and I would recommend any Drew Barrymore film. They're all very happy. I like to rent happy movies and have a happy time. Relaxing, romantic comedies, chick flicks. Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is an incredible classic. Boomerang. Love Boomerang. The soundtrack's amazing. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. I mean, you can't beat this. This is a perfect rental. Okay, this is hysterical. Classic. Big Daddy. It's a little difficult because everything seems to be simply irresistible right now.
Yeah, we watched Remote Control on Tuesday night. Tuesday night was MTV night because it was Kurt Loder's 80th birthday. So we watched some Remote Control. Quite a bit, actually. We watched Adam Sandler and Kari Warher, and then, of course, Ken Ober, Colin Quinn. We even answered some questions. Oh, $10. Jessica Lee, thank you. The React channel, I think that's still the name, did a few videos of groups of kids, young teens reacting to 80s tech, like VCRs and the Nintendo. Hilarious. They don't even know what they're looking at. I've seen those. It makes you feel weird, right? Oh, it's okay if you missed it, Todd. There's replays on my channel. All you got to do is go to the live section of my channel, and you can see the replay. That was the first live stream I have done where I got 0 copyright claims of any kind. Was my Tuesday video with MTV. But at the same time, they restricted ads. They won't play ads because of ad suitability. Apparently the content is not suitable for ads. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but still no copyright claims. Yeah, the React channel was a big deal for a while, and then they totally destroyed their brand, and now I don't think they're around anymore. They tried to trademark React. They tried to trademark it all so nobody else could do reaction videos. Oh man, thank you so much.
Oh. Where's Superstar? Okay, wait. I have to see that today. Superstar is the best comedy that I've seen in a really long time. Mary Catherine. Okay, wait. Ready?
No. Oh, Brittany.
So we love this movie.
I just missed the video store. I could get lost in the video store for hours. Look at this. We got Sex in the City up here on the left. We got Sliding Doors here in the middle. Sister Act right there. So I Married an Axe Murderer. She's All That. Senseless. I can tell by the covers of the videos what some of these are. They're Sister Act 2. I worked in a lot of video stores in my teen years and 20s. I missed the video store. You remember Rhett and Link trying to copyright the word, and that failed spectacularly? Really? Well, funny thing, they the other night on a a la carte live stream the other night, I got a copyright claim from Rhett and Link for playing their 80s video. So I had to cut it. I always love it when other YouTubers copyright claim you. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, this is from 1986. Children imagine what life will be like in 2020.
Well, in last week's programme, we looked back over 21 years of Tomorrow's World. And what we didn't show you was an interview filmed back in 1966, when we asked a group of 13-year-olds to look right forward to the future and to imagine themselves in the year 2000.
Well, in the year 2000, I think I'll probably be the spaceship to the moon dictating robots to robots. Or else I may be, I don't know, in charge of a robot court, judging some robots. Or I may be at the funeral of a computer. Or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in a cave.
I think the population will have gone up so much that either everyone will be living in sort of big domes on the Sahara, or they'll be undersea.
Computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around.
It'll be so overpopulated that there'll all be wars, all nuclear explosions and everything. It'll make the Earth, too much radiation on it. It'll become too hot to live on.
Well, that was before the manned moon landings, the microprocessor, strategic arms limitation talks, or test tube babies. So have the hopes and fears of today's 13-year-olds changed as they look forward to the year 2020?
Perhaps brainwaves converted into radio waves, sent to someone else, converted back into brainwaves, and it'd be like what would you call it? Like a telepathy thing.
Well, instead of a channel tunnel, you could have something like a space tunnel, and you could go to one planet to the other, like bypasses.
Obviously, nuclear war worries me, but I don't think that'll happen unless they've got computers that press the button for them. Because no, I don't think any human being is capable of actually pressing some button that releases all nuclear arms, because it just means destruction of the world.
I don't think they'll be living on Mars yet, but I think they'll still be living around here.
I think they may, unless they have another planet to go to, there'll be loads of tower blocks, or people will be restricted to a certain amount of kids, and probably be computers running the country.
But when it comes to wars and things like that, nuclear bombs, and then they're designing these different gases that can kill people within seconds and things like that, I think that aspect of technology should be wiped out completely.
Amazing, isn't it? 20 years later, and the issues remain the same.
There you go. Pretty crazy, huh? I love stuff like this. I could watch stuff like this all day long. Right? These kids sound smarter than today's politicians. Absolutely. Yet we're also waiting on our flying cars. Yes, Bright Lights Big City. Sure did. I remember it. I haven't seen it in a long time. But yeah, I remember that one. It wasn't nearly as popular as Secret of My Success. Bright Lights Big City was like right around the turn from the 80s to the 90s, I think, right? Which was a big change in pop culture and style. The end of the yuppies. Whoop. Who were my celebrity crushes when I was young? Well, my very first crush that I can remember was on Faceman on the A-Team, which was Dirk Benedict, who I loved. I was also a big sports fan. I watched I listened to the baseball broadcast every night, the Cardinal games. And so I had a big crush on the second baseman, Tommy Herr, and the center fielder, Andy Van Slyke, for a lot of years. So those were my sports crushes. But when it came to like teen heartthrobs and stuff, I mean, I had Kirk Cameron all over my wall during the run of Growing Pains. I loved him a lot. Let's see, who else did I love back then? Michael J. Fox, I had a big crush on as well. Let's see. I I'm trying to think of when I got older who I crushed on. The evil Cardinals. Oh, the evil Mets, especially in the mid 80s. Cardinals and Mets had quite the rivalry. Oh man. Cameron Crowe from Growing Pains. No, Kirk Cameron. He played Mike Seaver. Had a big crush on him. Also loved Jason Bateman. Loved him a lot from Teen Wolf 2 and Valerie and Little House on the Prairie. And let's see, who else did I have a crush on? Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons. Like all the sitcom boys, the ones I'd watch each week. Definitely watched a lot of had crushes on all those guys. And I had all the Teen Beat and the Bop magazines. Anytime I would get money for allowance or whatever, I had a couple extra bucks, we'd go to the grocery store and I would buy a Teen Beat or a Bop and then take those pictures out and put them on the wall. Yep. But that was only on my around my closet because I wallpapered my room in baseball cards, in 86 and 87 Topps baseball cards. That was a project. Oh man. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. I had a lot of new kids. Joey McIntyre was my boy, but I also had a lot of Jordan Knight and Donnie Wahlberg. Ooh, speaking of Jordan, hold on. Oh, not Jordan, but Joey. They were posting the other day on Facebook. Hold on. Let me find it. Saved Gen X. Okay, it was posted by Jordan Knight, but it's a video of Joey McIntyre, like a recent current video of Joey McIntyre. Let me bring it up.
We've done this.
Hold on. So yeah, this was posted by Jordan Knight, but this is a video of Joe McIntyre.
Never done this acoustically. Yeah. It's kind of like a fun version. I do anything for you. Hear anything for you. Mean everything to me. I know that I go anywhere for your smile. Anywhere for your smile. Everywhere I see.
You do know that Joey did a lot of Broadway work after the New Kids, right? And this is obviously from Oliver. Oliver, right?
Would you lace my shoe? Anything. Paint your face bright blue. Anything. Catch a kangaroo. Anything. Go to Timbuktu and back again. I risk everything for one kiss. Everything. Yes, I do anything for you.
I need to go see a New Kids on the Block concert. That's what needs to happen. And I need to do a video about it. Yep, that's Joey. Joey is now my age. He's 47 or 48, I think. Yeah, this is in Boston. At Christmas time, obviously. But yeah, this video is from last Christmas. Love it. Love it. Now, have you guys seen these AI videos where they show they morph the people from an 80s movie or a 90s movie into what they look like today? Tell me what you think about this kind of stuff. This is Empire Records before and after. I could totally get that sound off of here. Whoop. I'll have to pause it because of the music, so we'll have to clip it up in a little into. Yeah, it's Forever Young. Joey's already 53. I didn't realize he was that much older than me. I thought he was my age. I was wrong. All right, let's get back to this one. Rex Manning. I should have done this on Rex Manning Day last month. I totally missed Rex Manning Day, and I do apologize. I do apologize. So what do you think about those kind of videos? Sound button. Oh, it's the top right. I couldn't see it. That's how old I am. I'm like, where's the volume? I don't understand this social media thing. Do it when everyone's 90. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think it's a little weird, right? They also have the AI stuff where you take an old photo and they can like bring it to life. But I still have, I just feel like it's taking the realness out of life, if that makes any sense. It's weird. All right. Here's a NBC promo from 1979 called Proud as a Peacock.
Putting on a whole new face, dressing up with lots of style, putting on a special look, gonna spread our wings and show off all that we've got. NBC proud as a peacock.
Well, that was really short. I thought it was one of the longer ones. Womp womp. I want to do the CBS 50th anniversary here in a second, but first, here's what prom season looked like during Gen X, because we are in the middle of prom season. Let's see some of these gems here. Let me bring it up. Well, where did it go? There we go. Now, I really like this bridal look she's got going on here. Got the high collar with the sleeveless, but then we got the big poofy skirt. Let's see, what else do we got? Ooh, nice. I really like the aesthetic that they've got here with the light pastel green in the background. We got the nice white tuxedo. He's matching her with the matching bow tie. A nice Southern Belle look with a big hoop skirt. Here we go. That one's kind of hard to see. It looks like it's a photo from the 1890s, not the 1990s. A lot of black in that photo. Oh, well, I've got matching tuxes there. Looks like a band uniform. Oh my. Oh, well, that was a choice. That was definitely a choice. Yes, Zennials and Gen X is basically the same. That is the theme of this channel. I consider Gen X to be 65 to 85. Zennials are like 76 to 85. So like I consider us all to be one. Yeah, those gloves are a little rough. Not gonna lie. Let's see what else. Hold on, Dale. I'll take you out in just a minute. Oh, another double tux photo there. That must have been a popular trend. The hairstyles, though, right? That looks early 90s. Love the gloves. That hair. Woo! I actually did not go to my prom. The mullets were screaming. Yeah. Yeah, I did not go to my prom, so I don't have any prom photos to share. I have video from my prom because it was on our local television station, our high school station, but I did not go. I didn't get asked. Womp womp. Let's see. Ooh, now that looks 80s. That looks 80s, and I'm loving it. I like the soft focus around the photo. Nice 80s feathered hair. Nice. Very nice. Oh, this is 70s, they said. Well, this picture doesn't belong. Oh, my. Yeah, some of these are way too old. Silly. Silly. Why didn't I go to my prom? Because I didn't get asked. And I wasn't going to go stag. I wasn't that confident as a 17-year-old girl. Oh, man. All right, I need to take care of Dale, so I'm going to show you this super cool video. Let's see, saved. Whoops, Gen X. Where are we at? Now, CBS had its 50th anniversary in 1978 and had like all of the stars from all of their sitcoms show up. And they did this whole thing, and I got to find the video, not just the photo. Because it's like, it will blow your mind, the people that are in this. CBS, whoops. 50th anniversary, 1978, roll call. Yeah. So check out this roll call of all of the stars from CBS in 1978. And I will be right back. I'm going to take care of Dale. I probably should stay here and tell you who all these people are. But I'll come back and we'll go through it after I get Dale taken care of. Here. Here. Whoops. Dale. This was 1978. It was the 50th anniversary of CBS. So these were all of the stars from all of their television shows from the previous 50 years or 40 years or however long CBS TV had been on. There's probably some CBS radio people there too. We can go back through and name them if you want. It would have been Zsa Zsa Gabor because she was on Green Acres, right? It was Zsa Zsa that was on Green Acres. Yeah, I think it was the CBS anniversary from, I think CBS radio started in 1928. So that's when they were celebrating the 50 years. But I don't think their TV network started until the late 40s. Was it Ava on Green Acres? Stop it. It was Ava. This whole time, my whole life, I thought it was Zsa Zsa. Son of a nutcracker, I learned something. What's up, Gen Excellence? How's it going? Yeah, you want to see if we can get them all? Let's go slow here. I'll turn down the music. All right, so we got Lamont from Sanford and Son. Who's this fine gentleman here in the middle? I'm not quite sure. I can go forward to 98 with the 50th anniversary of television. I'll do that here in just a second. I'm still white and breathing, so I'm great. Good friends. That's how Gen X does it. Woo! Jack Whitaker, that's who that was. Okay. Oh, let's see. Then, of course, we got the amazing Betty White. I know that guy is next to her, but I can't think of his name. He looks familiar, but I can't figure out who he is. Let's see. There is a guide to all that was there. Oh, there's a photo guide from the big photo, but there's not a guide to the roll call. Dennis Weaver from McLeod. Higgy 04 coming through. Coming through. Betty White was a hottie. Betty White was on television from the moment it started. She was the first female to have a television show, and it was like 1948. Betty was a legend. Absolute legend. All right. There's Mike Wallace. Is that Mike Wallace? Is that right? The new CBS News guy. And the guy on the right is the guy from, what's his name? Okay, it was Mike Wallace. What's the guy on the right's name? He was from a TV show. I can't think of his name. My memory. Ray Walston. Thank you. What TV show was he in? Was it My Favorite Martian? No, that's not right. Not My Favorite Martian. What was he from? Yeah, he was Mr. Hand, but he was on a TV show. It was My Favorite Martian. Woo! And he was a teacher in Fast Times. All right, we got the dad from the Waltons, Dick Van Dyke on the left, when the paper towel lady on the right, but I can't think of her name. Cannot think of her name, but I think her name was like Rosie in the commercials, the Bounty paper towels. Yeah, the Bounty lady. Nancy Walker. Okay. But yeah, Rosie. All right. Dad from the Waltons, Dick Van Dyke, legend. He's still alive. He's about to hit 100. Oh my God. Did you guys see the video that Chris Martin and Coldplay did for Dick Van Dyke when he turned 99. Like we might need to watch that before too long. It is so good. For kids that grew up with Dick Van Dyke movies and TV shows, it was so good. Let's see. There's the mom from the Waltons. Got Danny Thomas, Make Room for Daddy. Is that his name? And we got Loretta. Was that Loretta Swift from MASH? Don't know the lady here on the right. Loretta Swit. Okay. Hot Lips. Yep. Am I taller than you at 5'4"? I am 5'4" on a good day. But I would say usually I'm around 5'3", 5'3 and a half. Yeah, Marlo's dad. He started the St. Jude charity, I believe. Oh, there's Sally Struthers. There's Gene Stapleton from All in the Family. I don't know who this man is here in the middle, but we're going to go ahead and move along. Unless somebody knows who he is. Yeah. Danny Thomas was Phil Donahue's father-in-law. Let's see. I don't know who that is on the right. I like to think that I know who all these people are. But a lot of the older ones I definitely don't know. That's guy from CBS News there in the middle. Oh, there's Telly Savalas. There's Isabella Is it Isabella Sanford? Is that her name? Wheezy Jefferson? Let's see here. I recognize these people, but I can't put names to their faces anymore. It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind. There's Esther Roll. There's Meathead. There's Dan Rather. There's the guy from, I can't think of his name. Was he Oscar or Felix? Odd Couple guy. I can't think of his name. Oh, that was Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Tony Randall, thank you very much. That was Roy Rogers and Dale Evans? Holy crap. Holy crap. It's Isabel Sanford. Okay. Let's see. He was Felix. Okay. Now Meathead was Rob Reiner. He directed some great movies in the late 80s and early 90s, but he was Meathead in the 70s on CBS. Let's see here. And then we got Carol O'Connor there on the left, who played Archie Bunker. Jim Neighbors. He was from the Andy Griffith Show and from Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle. Gotta love it. Well, let's see. I recognize a lot. That's Hawaii Five-0, right? Jack Lord? Is that his name? I'm really reaching into the brain here. Audrey Meadows. That was Audrey Meadows. Okay. I watch a lot of the old 1950s game show, What's My Line? And so Audrey Meadows is on there a lot. Hawaii Five-0, Jack Lord. Yay! No, it's the 1970s. It's 1978, and they're going back through all of their television stars from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We got to go to the 1998 version so we can get more, we can see more. There's the Walton Boys, Walton Girls, Walton Boys, Walton Girls, Walton Mom, Vicki Lawrence, Valerie. She was what was her name? She was on Alice. Oh, Valerie Harper, is that her name? Yeah, it was all the Waltons. Linda Lavin. Oh Lord. I'm getting my ladies mixed up. Thank you, Linda Lavin. That was oh, that guy on the right looks really familiar. That's Charles Carte, CBS News on the left, maybe? The guy on the right, who is that? I want to say Walter Matthau. I know that's not right. It's a different kind. It's in that genre of actors, and I can't think of his name. Charles Carte. Woo, woo. Martin Landau. Thank you. Ah, you guys are the best. I love Charles Carte. CBS Sunday Morning is my favorite news show. Can't hardly watch it anymore because I don't watch network news anymore, but CBS Sunday Morning was just on the road and all that. Oh, such good stuff. Well, Walter Cronkite, Mary Tyler Moore, Don Knotts, Ted Knight. Was on a roll there for a minute. Danny Kaye. Let's see. Oh, there's George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley. There's Valerie. I knew I'd get to her some point. Oh, Andy Griffith. Y'all, I love the Andy Griffith Show. I've watched the entire series like 3 or 4 times. Like, it is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Love, love, love me some Andy Griffith. There's Ava Gabor. There's the mom from One Day at a Time. I can't think of her name. Let's see. Oh, there's the guy from MASH, Jamie Farr. Buddy Ebsen. There's Gilligan. That's the is that Grandma Walton there in the middle? That's the guy from the from the Carol Burnett Show. I can't think of his name. Tim something maybe? There's Bert Convy there in the middle. Bert Convy, yep. Bonnie Franklin, thank you. Where was Gilligan? I'll go back and show you Gilligan. There he is. Right here on the right. We'll watch the pan so you can see him. There he is. Let's see. Bert Convy. There's Linda Carter, or Wonder Woman, I guess we should say. George Burns. Carol Burnett. The guy from The Love Boat. That Bob Barker right there on the left. There's Lucy. There's Lucy. And that's Steve Allen. I know him from What's My Line? Ed Asner, that was the one I missed, so we skipped over. Good stuff. Let's see. And John Amos was in there as well. All right. Let's see if we can find the 50th anniversary TV special, or 50th TV anniversary. From 1990. That's 1978. I want 1998. Not finding anything like that. I'll try to find something like that for a future live. Am I a redhead? Actually, yes. I mean, I'm not like a fire engine redhead, like auburn. Like, I have brown with like very red tones in my hair. My natural color. You love a good ginger? I wouldn't call myself a ginger. I'm not that red. I actually was gonna make a video about 1980s ginger kids because there was so many of them that were famous. Here, I'll even show you the thumbnail that I made for it. Hold on. So you'll see I'm not crazy. If I can find it. I never made the video, but I made the thumbnail, and it made me laugh. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. So there's a lot of ginger kids in the 80s. So you have Robin Lively, you have Jenny Lewis, the kid from Can't Buy Me Love that I can't remember his name, Sam from Different Strokes, yep, Molly Ringwald, of course, Benji from Alf, Eric Stoltz, we got Harriet from Small Wonder, Seth Green. So yeah, I was gonna well, Unhappily Ever After was from the 90s. I actually did a whole segment about her and that show in my video. You don't remember these shows unless you're a Zennial. My hair is about to the middle of my back, just below the bra strap. All those actors and not one soul. those damn gingers. Oh man, you guys are funny. Let's watch Jenny's Toys R Us commercial. Jenny Lewis is one of my favorite kid stars. I've talked about her before because she was in a band called Rilo Kiley, which is one of my favorite bands ever. Hold on, let me get the volume up here.
I don't want to grow up on a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys and Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip the lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz! I don't want to grow up, cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah, my hair is that long. I have decided that I'm going to let it grow out and get as long as I can get it until I get into my 50s, and then I'll start cutting it down a little bit. Their one song is sad. You mean Rilo Kiley? Rilo Kiley has a couple of albums. Here, I'll show you Jenny Lewis from Rilo Kiley. I gotta be careful because they'll copyright claim me. Holy balls! They just played the song last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live. They've gotten back together. Holy crap! I wish I could play it, but I won't because that will copyright claim me bad. But I want you to hear the introduction to the song. It's so good. I can't believe they're back together. I'm so excited. Whoop. There she is. Oh, I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel, but I'm saying that Rilo Kiley was on his show last night, which means they've gotten back together. But Jimmy Kimmel will copyright claim the crap out of this, so there's no way I'm going to play that appearance, but I'm excited to go watch that appearance when this live stream is over. Jimmy Kimmel can suck it. I can't stand that guy. I loved him on The Man Show with Adam Carolla. He was great back then. But yeah, late night shows now suck hard. They're awful. This is Rilo Kiley. This is Jenny Lewis. So yeah. So I just love stories about 80s kid stars and like what they're doing now, when it's not acting, when it's something different. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Rilo Kiley, highly recommend. They're gonna be at Red Rocks. I've been to Red Rocks 3 times. Once was for an actual show. The other 2 was just to go visit and smoke some weed. Oh gosh, I would love to go see them again. Oh man, crank yankers. I need to do a whole video about Comedy Central. Here, we'll watch some more, Jenny. I really wish I could just play this song all the way through. I jam to this in my vehicle quite often. Oh, I want to play the whole song. Damn you, copyright claims. Yeah, I never really got it after. I mean, I watched Carson growing up, obviously, and I loved Conan when he was really late night after the Tonight Show. I liked that, but that's about all the late night I ever really watched. After Carson was gone and after Conan left the NBC, the Late Show or whatever that Jimmy Fallon took over, I really didn't watch anymore. Yeah, late night just wasn't the same after Carson. Leno was okay, but he was such a boomer. I really liked Conan's stuff. Really, yeah. Conan's stuff back when, like in the 90s when he first started. Good stuff. Yeah, Arsenio wasn't too bad. Was it the dog pound? Yep, tune in at 10:45 to see the band. Yeah, Letterman was pretty good. There was a lot of good stuff. Like Letterman when he was on NBC, I liked better than when he moved to CBS. But I still watch some of his stuff on CBS. But yeah, the late night TV is just not what it used to be. And it's sad. All right. I've been yakking and yakking for a while. Yeah, when Keenan Ivory Wayans had his own late night show, I do. Keenan had one. Magic Johnson had one for a few weeks. Chevy Chase had one for a few weeks. That's a whole video that I need, or maybe an upcoming live stream. We can watch some of the old failed late night shows. Let's see. What else do I got for y'all before we call it a night? I got to get my new video done. It's really close to being done. It's going to be a good one, too. I'm excited about it. Where is my playlist? Let's see here. Insane Love. Nothing that I'm really feeling right now. Shopping at a mall in 1983. A day in the life of a 1980s Kmart manager. The unsold CBS pilot of Jeopardy from 1977. The Growing Pains movie from 2000. Facts of Life reunion from 2001. This is all the stuff I've saved. Now I'm not feeling anything tonight. Oh, what time is it? It is past 10. I'm getting really tired. Does Loveline count? Absolutely. I would consider that, and I loved Loveline. Growing Pains had a movie in 2000. It was terrible. Which is why I saved it and want to watch it. Here, I'll give you guys the link to the Growing Pains movie.
Hi, Jason Seaver here. live from Washington, D.C., where we've lived for the past 8 years now. It's a great place to live if you're a psychiatrist. Never a shortage of depressed people in this town. Shh, that's me. Yes, I do take new patients. Well, I have no openings on Wednesday, I'm sorry. That's my busiest time, the day after Election Day. Good luck to you, Senator. I'll start with my bride of almost 30 years. No, it's been a while, but that's not her. There you go.
So, yep, Growing Pains had a movie. So I just put the link in to the chat. Letterman or Conan? Conan. Definitely cut low. Oh yeah, Loveline. Love Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. Love that show. I'd like to go back and revisit it. There's even an episode of Dawson's Creek where Loveline's on it, which was great. But I still watch Adam Carolla's podcast like to this day. I'm a big fan of Adam Carolla. I really like him. Ooh, reading Rainbow theme to end the night. I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that. Yep, Saved by the Bell had a movie too where Kelly and Zach got married. Their wedding in Vegas. Oh. Does Mike fight fires in the Growing Pains movie? I don't know what Mike does in the Growing Pains movie. I know he's married to Kate and has a bunch of kids, but I can't remember what it is that he does. All right. Way to insult that poor lady who got insulted. Yeah, it's time for me to go to sleep. I've got to get this video done. My next video will be posted on Sunday. It's called The Best 1980s TV Dramas That Your Mom Watched. I'm really excited about it. It's one of my favorite ones. I made it for my mom as an extra present for Mother's Day. Let's go ahead and close out the night with the Reading Rainbow theme song. That sounds like a nice way to go to bed. I hear my mom coming. I gotta go to bed. I want the one from the 80s. Here we go.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow.
Oh, amazing. What a great way to end the night. Thank you all for joining me. Tuesday night, we will do the 80s TV theme song tier list. Next Friday, I will have a guest from Fight Back, the TV show from the 80s. And we're going to be doing reality shows of the 80s next Friday. So, yeah. Sorry that I wasn't as awesome as I usually am on my live streams. It's been a rough day. I thank you all for hanging out with me and making me laugh and suggesting so many amazing things. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for watching. Yep, Fight Back with David Horowitz. That's correct. His daughter, I don't think his daughter's going to be here, but they have somebody from the show that's going to be here. We're going to talk about like one of their historians. We're going to watch some of the old Fight Back. We're going to do a watch along on the Fight Backs. Couple of episodes. They promised me that we're not going to have any copyright issues because they own the copyrights to everything. So we're going to watch some of that and some other 80s reality shows and things like that. That's next Friday. So thank you guys so very, very much. Yes, and That's Incredible counts as a reality show. I did a whole video called Reality TV Before the 90s. And That's Incredible is on there. Fight Back is on there. That's the video we're going to be going over. But we're going to focus on Fight Back and watch some of those episodes since I'm going to have a guest from that show. So, everybody have a great night. It's sleeping night time. I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you back here on Tuesday. Don't forget to see my video on Sunday. If you don't have notifications turned on your subscription, please do so. So when that video drops, you can watch it. It's for mamas and grandmas of the 80s. Okay, guys, have a great night. Okay, bye.